Now, I'm not gonna name any names, but the person that was driving the picker before me had an accident. I tell you, it's days like today where when you have guys like Shaq helping you out, it really helps you out big time. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, October the 14th, and my name is Daniel, and you are watching Triple R Farms. And here's what we got on tap for today: cotton, cotton, cotton. Philip is not able to run the picker this week, so guess who's going to be driving it all week long? You guessed it, me. Now Dad, he's got the other crew. He's on soybeans. He's blowing through those pretty quick. He's got James and John D over there helping him, and Bubba. Wayne's down at the seed house, loading trucks, keeping everything flowing down there. And Shaq, it will be over there with me. He's going to be helping me clean the picker up every morning, and he's moving the round modules and stacking them. So we got about a 40-minute drive over to Gray Rocks, and then we got to get the picker, got to get water, diesel, clean the top off. We've already cleaned the heads. And then after we get all that done, we're gonna hit the field. So see y'all in 40 minutes. Man, I hate that part. All right. Now, I'm not gonna name any names, but the person that was driving the picker before me had an accident. He forgot that the handler was down when he was turning around on the end and whacked that round module, did a little karate chop to it and knocked it in the ditch. So I'm gonna have Shaq right now see if we can attempt to get the spears to go in it and see if we can get it lifted up when we can get it stacked. Now all we got to do is grease and then we're ready to go pick. We had one bar on this row right here that broke a cotter pin and the whole bar was dead, and I painted it red. Let's see if we can find it. Well, there it is. Isn't that it right there? Yeah, that's it right here. Perfect timing. I just want to look at it. Look at the gear. Well, everything looks all right. Good to go. Done. So real quick, before we get started picking this morning, I'm gonna go over kind of how the baling part of the picker works. I've kind of gone over the heads, but real quick, I'm gonna show you how the cotton goes from the stalk into the cotton picker and actually comes out around module. Real quick. So we do, the cotton comes right here. This is a row of cotton. Those are the spindles. They're spinning. They grab the cotton off the stalk. They go up this blower pipe right there, and then we go into the first little teeny tiny basket called an accumulator. So the cotton is blown into this little basket right here by air. So once this basket right here fills up, it's got these sensors all over it looking at each other, so it knows when it gets full. Once it gets full, then it's got a belt right here, a big wide belt. And the sensors tell it that the accumulator is full. The belt turns on. This is just like a floor belt. It's just walking that cotton out of that basket, walking it down the floor over to this part, and all this is really is a giant hay baler. That's all it is. So it empties the accumulator, cotton goes all the way down, and as it's doing that, it's wrapping it in a round module. It has to do it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It has to empty that accumulator before we want a 94-inch diameter bale. That's how big we make ours. So when it empties the accumulator every time, you'll have a reading in the cab. This bale will get bigger and bigger, and then it stops. Accumulator fills up, empties, this turns on again, gets bigger, bigger, bigger until we get to 94. Then of course it opens the gate, pops it out on the handler, tailgate basically, and then it can lower it to the ground. So the main thing I showed y'all that real quick is because once we get started picking, I'm gonna be showing you the displays in the cab, and now you'll kind of know what I'm talking about when I'm showing you what's going on the display. All right, so our accumulator's right here. We're at 82 inches on our bale. So we're getting ready to make one right now. I don't think it's gonna do it, but it's emptying the accumulator right now. All right, there she goes. When we get to 94, it'll start wrapping. So it just wrapped, now it's ready to eject. All we do is hit this button right here. And the accumulator's already full. That's the average so far. Man, if you ever hear this noise right here, header shaft alarm system, row number 3, it's choked up, but golly, when this alarm goes off, slip clutches start slipping, it makes the loudest noise you've ever heard. Scares you half to death. I feel like the picker's about to come apart. Most of the times when they get stopped up like that, it's usually a stalk, cotton stalk broke off. What it does is where the cotton goes up that pipe, the blower pipe, anyway, a stalk will get in there and get cocked sideways, and it's stopping the cotton from going up that blower. Then the cotton builds up, and you got a sensor behind that doffer. Anyway, everything just backs up and backs up. And that alarm goes off up in the cab, scares you half to death, then you got to get down and do this. But it's only happened to me one time a day, so not bad. we've got one wrap left on the roll. Load wrap. Now I'll show you how we load wrap. Get rid of the old wrap. That's the new one. Alright, you want to pull some excess off, go over the top, and shove it through there, or you can get your hand in it. And you're going to grab it and pull it through. Then you're going to shove it under this belt. And then you're going to feed it all the way. I don't know if you can see that white sticker. We'll feed it all the way to that sticker, and then we're going to stop. And you do it by hitting this button. That's it. And I know the next question is going to be, how many round modules can you make off of one roll? Well, there's 24 wraps on one roll. And the next question is going to be, how many rolls of wrap can you hold on the cotton picker? We can hold 5 rolls of wrap on the back there. And yes, we are on our last roll, so we will have to bring some tomorrow. So I'm pulling back up to Grey Rocks for the second time today. I came over here first thing this morning to help Shaq get the picker ready to go, and then I had to leave and go to a funeral, and now we're just getting back to Grey Rocks, and I left Shaq with a ton of stuff to do to the pickers. So we're about to pull up and see what he got done. And also, I know I hadn't had any time to get any video of the soybean harvest, and I'm sure y'all are wondering how that's going. Dad's doing all the bean harvest right now. Beans are really dry. They're like 9 to 10% moisture, and they're cutting anywhere from 30 to 50 bushels. Little bitty beans, just not the yield that we were looking for. But he said that when he does go down into a little low spot where moisture stood, some wetter type dirt, it jumps up to 60 to 70 bushels. So just lack of water was a huge issue this year, because we planted all our beans on some red sandy clay, which needs a lot of water. So hopefully Philip will be back next week to get back on the picker, and hopefully I can join Dad with my combine in the soybeans. So that's where we are. All right, we're at the picker. Let's see what he did. Okay. Okay, let's see what he did. He had to clean my radiator. Pretty good. He had to air this tire up. It was low.
Good.
I cleaned those 3 heads out this morning. He had these to do. This would have been his last one. Clean, clean, clean. Perfect. Then he had to fill up with water. Yep. Then he cleaned my basket off. Looks really good. Catwalk's a little dirty, but I didn't tell him to clean this, so it can wait till tomorrow. Oh yeah, look how clean that is. All the grates are clean. A little bit on top, that looks pretty good to me. Let these babies down. I tell you, it's days like today where when you have guys like Shaq helping you out, it really helps you out big time, because I had somewhere I had to go, gave him a ton of stuff to do, and he's done a great job. He always does exactly what I say, and he always goes above and beyond to do what I ask. So really, really helpful when you have somebody like that to help you when you have something to do. But right now it is 2 o'clock, and it's hot, it's dry, it's windy. It's time to pick some cotton. Well guys, we made it to the part of the video where I put the camera down and I get as much cotton picked this afternoon as I can. So yeah, we made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching another one with us, guys. If you want to do me a favor, don't forget to hit the thumb, means you like the video. If you want to subscribe to our channel, hit the Triple R Farms logo over here. Yeah, that's it. See y'all on the next one, guys. We're out.